Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Skyman TV, the tallest man in Black Africa. Azimio's presidential chief agent has said and has written a book declaring that Raila lost the election. In this video, I just want to highlight just 2 or 3 things that are in that book. The man is saying that Raila had the state-of-the-art command center, and he's blaming the state-of-the-art command center as the cause of Raila's loss. Indeed, he's saying that Raila truly lost the elections, according to him. I don't know whether you agree with him, because I don't agree with him, which I'm going to give the reasons in the next video. So again, he is saying that this command center was full of infighting among the people who are reading it. He is saying also that it was so disorganized that it could not agree on anything. He's also saying that Kebicho and Mushero were always fighting. And again, he is saying that although they trained the agents were changed the last minute. And in Mount Kenya, for instance, most of the agents were withdrawn. In the book, he's also saying that most of the people who are in Azimio saw the opportunity is an opportunity of making money, not to make Raila Amolo Odinga win the election. The man is crediting Mohoho, brother to the former president of the Republic of Kenya, and he's saying that Mohoho appeared very genuine and was funding the Azimio. He was also saying that UHURU Kenyatta was also very genuine when it comes to the support of Raila Amolo Odinga. He gave all what he wanted. And again, he is saying that when you look at the situation, all said and done, the government knew the last minute that William Samoei Ruto would win the elections. That is according to the author. The author is a very controversial person. I'm even finding it very difficult to mention his name because I don't agree with him. In this video, because I've just given you a few highlights of the book, I want us to give a critical analysis of why this book is coming at this time. Nataka tuangalie ni malengo gani ambayo yanataka kutimizwa. Mwandishi analega nini katika kuleta kitabu chake wakati kama huu. The first thing in my view, this is a propaganda tool. This is a propaganda tool employed by the government. What many people don't know, this book was launched yesterday, and when the book was being launched, 42,000 tons of yellow maize landed in Mombasa. It was not a coincidence. So this man is trying, or which I believe is the government, is trying to bring propaganda such that Raila Amolo Odinga, even when he goes to the street, many people will not see like he's genuine. Because when you look at the 2 things, the launch of the book, the docking of the 42,000 tons of yellow maize, which have not even been well cleared, and things have not been explained well to the public about the safety of this maize. Yes, we know yellow maize is more nutritious than the white maize. We are not doubting that. And the source of this maize is Ukraine. We are not also doubting that. But who is bringing this maize? Now, when you look at the 2 things that are happening concurrently, then you realize why this is happening. So this is a propaganda machine by the government. The other thing that Kenya should know is that Raila was is just about to declare a deadlock in the dialogue. Because the information we are getting is that Azimio is not even now interested with the dialogue, just like Kenya Kwanza. And now the second phase is going back to the people. And none other than Sifuna himself said, although he's a member of the negotiating committee, alisema hata hajui kama atahudhuria. And he's going to ask the people, and do you think the voters are going to tell him to continue with the negotiations? I don't think so. People want Raila to go to the street. So this book is meant to deflate Raila Amolo Odinga. Ndio sababu kuonekana ya kwamba hamna sababu ya kwenda katika maandamano. Hamna sababu yote. And it will be seen like it is the loser who is going for demonstration. Again, when I look at this, I see the hand of the NIS. The government is very, very busy. And the government knows very well that if Raila Amolo Odinga starts the mass action, this time round, the consequences could be disastrous to the government. And when Raila Amolo want to go to the maandamano, you know, the government is crying. The government is saying that there's no funds. The government has not even paid the civil servants. Haya ni mambo ambayo yanajulikana wazi. Na wakati mambo hayo yanazungumziwa, then that is the time the book is being launched. And the book is curving. The book is hitting Raila Amolo Odinga below the belt. This is a deliberate move by the NIS guys. The NIS guys don't sleep, and they always support the government. They always come up with a way of handling somebody who is bringing the government, putting the government on its toes. Because maandamano hayo wakati ambapo yatatokea wakati ambapo watu wana uchungu mwingi sana, because there is fear that many people are going to join Raila Amolo Odinga. There is that fear. Now again, when you look at the maize that docked in Mombasa yesterday, 42,000 tons of yellow maize from Ukraine, what will happen? Because you see, Raila Amolo Odinga is talking about the cost of living. So expect the price of uga to come down. Yes, because you see the supply of maize will be there. And when the supply is there, what is likely to happen is that the demand for maize will also come down because the price will also be down. Kwa kile ambacho tunaweza tukasema ni kwamba ukiangalia haya yote ni mambo yote ambayo yanamlega mwana Azimio ambaye ana hasira, mwananchi wa kawaida ambaye ana hasira, mtu ambaye hajaridhika na yale ambayo yanaendelea katika serikali. Because the government knows very well that, and I know the president is getting it, that people are not happy. People are not happy at all. Indeed, don't forget that this government promised the policemen that they were going to increase the salaries of policemen up to date. Hakuna hata dururu ambayo imeongezwa. Mshahara ni ule tu. Mshahara wa kijugujiko, mshahara wa kutumia tubo. And this is happening. And you see, the policemen are also not very happy, truth be told, because of the false promise. Even if they are going to increase the salary, it is taking too long. That's a fact. So this book is intended to deflate Raila Amolo Odinga. This book is a propaganda machine. It's a tool meant to campaign for the government. Because the chief agent of Raila Amolo Odinga is a very controversial person. And I believe this man has been bought. Most likely, the man has been bought. Amenunuliwa. Na najua pesa huvuja mlima. Na hizi pesa ndizo ambazo labda zitavuja huu mlima wa maandamano. Give a Kenyan money and he will do anything. Give a Kenyan money and he will sell your mother to you. Kenyans are very greedy. Kwa kile ambacho tunaona hapa, tunaona kitabu ambacho kinalega Raila Amolo Odinga. And because the fire that will be started by Azimio, it will take a lot of effort to put out this fire. And the government is very much aware of this. And the other thing is that, you see, when the chief agent himself says that Raila did not win, and he's the one who was entrusted by all these elections, you realize that then many people, even the international community, because I believe even the international community has a hand in this. Because the international community, truth be told, especially Britain and America, they are not happy with Raila Amolo Odinga. And unknown to many, even today, Coons, the Delaware senator, is still behind the scene, trying to negotiate with Raila Amolo Odinga in Kenya Kwanza. And Raila Amolo Odinga is not giving in. Amekataa kabisa kubaliana na vile ambavyo Amerika inataka. So this is why I'm saying that this book is also being supported by the international community. When you look at the situation, you see, this book was written so fast. That's a question that you should ask yourself. Because you see, we have contested elections, and the book is coming at a time when the government and the opposition are in serious conflict. So you would ask yourself many questions. The timing itself has a story behind it. The timing itself is questionable. The coincidences, because we have always opined that in politics, rarely do you see things happening by coincidence. Just know that anything that is happening in politics, some people are behind it and they have objectives. Wana malengo fulani, wana matokeo fulani huwa ambayo wanataka, wana dhamira, wana nia, wana kusudi, wana sababu. Kwa sio kwamba matokeo yanatokea vivi hivi. And I want you to visit Dennis Itubi Twitter handle and you see what he is saying. Indeed, he is very, very happy that the chief agent of Raila Amolo Odinga has declared that Raila did not win the elections. Kwa hivyo ni vizuri wakati mpira unachezwa, kwa mfano mpira wa kabobo, angalia mashabiki ni nani, wale ambao wanashangilia. You know, Dennis Itubi is also a propaganda machine of Kenya Kwanza, and he was among the first to come up praising the author of that book, which I don't even want to mention, because it is actually playing with the intelligence of Kenyans. Because you see, now the government is very, very happy that this man is telling it as he saw it, as witnessed. Na kile ambacho tunaweza kuona ni kwamba this book is going to elicit a lot of reactions. This book is going to start a war. Because you see, what has happened is that the government has realized that Raila Amolo Odinga has started a more prolonged approach to deal with William Samoei Ruto. When you look at the barazas, the town hall meetings, this one tells you that Raila Amolo Odinga and Azimio in particular are unrelenting. They are not about to give in. They are determined to put William Samoei Ruto on his toes. They are determined to ensure that the price of commodities comes down. And it is coming at a time when it is very clear that the service is the most contested issue as far as all these things are concerned. And you see now, when you look at the author is telling us that there's no need of opening the servers. That's the message. That why open the servers and the winner is known. Well, we know very well that even if you ask William Samoei Ruto, he doesn't know how he won the elections. If at all he won the elections, he doesn't know. Because the rigging that was done was very complex. Very, very complex. And I don't think there's ever been such kind of rigging in Kenyan history, and I think in Africa. It was so complicated. And even today, it will take the auditing of forensic auditors to come up with the truth. But all what we know is that this book is being launched to deflate Raila Amolo Odinga. This book is telling Raila Amolo Odinga, please keep quiet. That is what the book is telling Raila Amolo Odinga. Stop your propaganda. Don't lead this nation to mass action. Because what we know is that the government is very much afraid that the people, the Kenyans, the voters also need to know the truth. The government is getting it wrong here because when it starts using this kind of propaganda, then what we can say is that things can only be murky. I don't know what you think, but if you ask me, this is another propaganda war that the government has started. I'm your host, Gachie Skyman, the tallest man in Black Africa. Please like this video and may you have a blessed day. Bye-bye.